Our first chapter is acids, bases and salts. After this class, you will be able to define acids and bases, properties of acids and bases, define indicators, and describe the effect of indicators on different substances. In our daily life, we use a large number of substances such as lemon, tamarind, common salt, sugar, vinegar, etc. etc. Do they have a list? Now, on the screen you can see some of the edible substances like goat, grapes, etc. I know all of you like these things. Now, recall the taste of these substances. You find that these substances taste sour. The substances that taste sour contain acids. We know curd, lemon, tamarind, orange juice, vinegar, etc. taste sour. The chemical nature of these substances is acidic. The word acid comes from a Latin word acer, which means sour. And the acids are natural acids. What about baking soda? Does it taste sour? Then what is its taste? It does not taste sour, right? It means that it has no acids in it. It is bitter in taste. And we feel soapy when we touch it. Generally, substances that is bitter in taste and feel soapy on touching are known as bases. And the nature of these substances is basic. Children, now we learned about acids and bases. We know acids are sour in taste, whereas bases are bitter in taste, and it feels like soapy when we touch it. Here, acids and bases are having different properties, right? Now, we learn about acids and bases. You know, acids are sour in taste, whereas bases are bitter in taste. Chemically speaks, acids contain hydrogen concentration more and bases contain hydroxyl concentration more. Don't worry about these terms, children. In your higher classes, you will be learning this part. Okay, so hydrogen and hydroxyl concentration. Hydrogen concentration is more in acids, whereas hydroxyl concentration is more in bases. Do you think tasting these acids or bases are always safe? No. Natural acids are edible, but some other acids are harmful for our body. So tasting it is not safe for our body and health. Then how can we identify whether the given substance is an acid or a base? See children, most of the acids and bases are colorless like water. When we get these colorless solutions, how can we identify that? Imagine in 3 separate glasses, you get water, acid and base. These 3 are colorless and not marked. In such cases, how will you identify? Yeah, this is an acid, this is a base, or this is water. How will you identify it without tasting? In such difficult situations, we use indicators. Indicators are a special type of substances used to test whether the given substance is acidic or basic. The indicators change their color when added to a solution containing an acid or a basic substance. So, here indicators help us to test whether the given solution is an acid or a base. So, there are many indicators. Some are naturally occurring and some others are chemically prepared. Indicators are of two types, natural indicators and chemical indicators. Natural indicators are naturally occurred, whereas chemical indicators are artificially prepared. So we know that indicators are the substances help us to detect whether the given solution is an acid or a base. Here you can see the examples for natural and chemical indicators. Natural indicators, litmus paper, china rose, that is hibiscus, turmeric. Chemical indicators, methyl orange and phenolphthalein. See children, when you learn these terms, please write and learn this. Okay, because you can see chemical indicators, their names are little bit tough. Once you write and learn it, that will be easy for you. Now we will discuss about the natural indicator litmus. The most commonly used natural indicator is litmus. It is available as litmus solution and litmus paper. It is extracted from a plant source known as lichens. Litmus solution or litmus paper is available in two different colors, that is red and blue. Litmus paper or litmus solution is available in two different colors, red and blue. In acid, blue litmus turns red, and in base, red litmus turns blue. This is the color change. So in acid it shows one particular color, and in base it shows one particular color. I will explain it once again. In acid, blue color litmus paper turns red in color, and in base, red color litmus paper turns blue in color. Now you may be thinking that what happens when we dip red litmus paper in acid? There won't be any color change. The same red color remains there. There won't be any color change. Blue color litmus paper only turns red in color in acid. Okay. So children, I hope you understand. Today we have learned about acids and bases, properties of acids and bases, indicators, and one of the indicator, litmus. I hope all of you understand. Thank you.